Michigan Out of Doors Online is brought to you in part by
Animals have the ability to smell scent half a mile away. But what good is an attractant if the animals have to be close to smell it? Introducing an industry-first vapor system. Vapor lasts longer and travels farther. Wind Scent by Fourth Arrow. Active vapor for deadly success.
Hey everyone, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson and we've got an awesome show for you this week. Now this past Sunday marked the opening day of archery deer season here in Michigan, and Jimmy, Jordan, Gabe and I were out with 4 cameras rolling in 4 different locations across the state. I was the only one to come away with an exciting story to share with you, so you won't want to miss that. And Jimmy and the guys have been working on some other fun stuff for us this week too.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We are excited for that opening day bow hunting story. We're also going to have some really good successful bear hunts on this week's show. And now over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be showing you some new outdoor products. And this week, we're going to be featuring a pellet smoker, which is made in the Holland area. You won't want to miss that. Lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's the love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Country Smokehouse, a sportsman's meat processor and Michigan destination since 1988. Offers a variety of homemade smoked meats and Michigan-made products in-store and online. The Country Smokehouse features an outdoor barbecue and bar. Details at countrysmokehouse.com. By G5 Outdoors, makers of the Quest and Prime bows, manufactured and designed in Memphis, Michigan. G5 offers a line of archery bows, broadheads, and accessories on the web at g5outdoors.com. By KL Outdoor, a Muskegon manufacturer of sportsman's outdoor products for over 30 years, featuring the Terrain line of hard-sided hunting blinds designed for quick setup and removal with quiet operation. For more information and other products, kloutdoor.com.
Michigan-based Vanguard manufactures an array of binoculars, ranging in size and design, and backed by a lifetime warranty. Discover Vanguard sporting optics at vanguardworld.us.
On October 1st, I headed to Livingston County to Ray and Carolyn Edwards' place. The Edwards have a tree farm here and plenty of land that they've cultivated for great deer hunting. This year, Ray extended an invite for his buddy Donnie to bring his Uncle Jim out for a hunt. Jim has been archery hunting for nearly 40 years now and has never filled a tag during bow season. This year has been even more challenging for Jim as he's battling melanoma that has traveled to his lymph nodes, lung, and neck. October 1st held high hopes for us all. Ray, you're kind of like our guide this morning.
Well, I don't know about that.
But
I'm here.
What's our game plan?
Well, we're going to take Jim out to one of the blinds behind the house. We've been seeing quite a few bucks back there lately. Evenings have been better than the morning, but we're going to give it a shot this morning. The spot we're going to hunt this afternoon, we kind of want to leave that away alone until this afternoon. It's over a big food plot, so we're going to get him behind the house. I seen 3 bucks back there the other morning, and we'll see what happens this morning.
Awesome. All right. Donnie Carpenter and his uncle Jim Smutek have a special bond that makes this hunt even more important.
Well, Jim is actually the father, our father figure. I have a twin brother. His name is Danny. He pretty much showed us the outdoors, how to hunt and fish. He's a fantastic guy. He's been going through some hardships of lately with cancer and stuff. So it's an absolute perfect time to get him back out here into the outdoors.
Ray had us set up in a beautiful little food plot on the edge of the woods behind his house. Jim was using a 10-point crossbow and had it poised and ready. As daybreak arrived and just a half hour into the season, Jim spotted some movement off to our left. We all scrambled to get into position.
He's down right over there. He's down right over there. Good job, man.
Wow, that happened fast, huh?
I just seen it as he was. I just seen his head, and then I didn't even have time to say anything. Awesome shot.
How did that feel?
Oh, that was awesome.
How long has it been since you shot a buck, you think?
What was that?
Probably 10 years.
05?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
05?
12 years.
Yeah.
12 years since his last buck with a gun, and this would be Jim's very first buck during archery season. Ray and Carolyn were able to watch the whole thing unfold through binoculars.
It was so cool to watch. It was just so cool to watch. Good job.
Way to go.
That's awesome. Thank you.
So, Ray, you guys watch. Well, the house is right there.
Yeah, we
and
got
the blind is right here.
I kept watching you guys, and then I seen something come on. I'm like, no way, this is not happening. I throw the binoculars up on it. I'm like, oh, that's that 8-pointer. And it looked like he walked right like 5 yards from the blind from where we were at. And we watched you guys, and we watched that mule kick. I mean, I'm sure he made a great shot.
Yeah,
and
we
it
didn't
shouldn't
get
go
much
far.
footage, but it's
Right there.
yeah, he nailed it.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Great
That makes
shot.
all this worthwhile when we have something like this happen on our farm. It was great. It was great.
It was so cool to watch.
It was time to find Jim's buck. He was on cloud 9, reliving the memories already.
Ray brought us out to the ground blind and got us all set up, and shortly after daylight, one came out and I nailed it.
Oh yeah, hey. Good job, man. Give me some hug. All right. Yes. Oh yeah.
Piled up. Oh, 8-point.
Hi there, buddy.
Look at that. Perfect shot. Oh, he's a fighter. He's all broken off.
2, 3, 4.
Gosh, Jim, you made
8
a
point.
great shot. Hey. Congrats, bud. No problem. It was.
Thank you for letting me
Oh,
hug you.
anytime. This is why we do what we do here, just for these kind of situations. It was my pleasure to have you here today.
How did it feel putting your hands on antlers again?
Oh, that was a nice feeling.
That's got some character to it.
Yeah, he got kind of messed up on that one side
Yeah.
in the velvet. It looks like.
Beautiful, guys.
But what a great 1.5-year-old deer, huh?
Yeah.
You know, he's a young deer, but man, that's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Yes, it is.
The guys hauled the deer out and we headed in for breakfast, where Jim received a special call from one of his heroes.
Well, Jim, congratulations on your Aim Small, Miss Small opening day Michigan backstrap boogie, brother.
Whack 'em and stack 'em.
That's no fun at all. I mean, it looked like a good shot. You looked like you hit it with a cannon.
I want to thank Ray and Carolyn for bringing me out, and Donnie bring me up. They got a beautiful place. It was nice of them to, let me hunt, and I'd like to thank them very much. They're awesome people.
It's a wonderful thing to see sportsmen coming together and putting others' needs before their own. Special thanks to Ray, Carolyn, and Donnie for making Jim's archery dreams come true right here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, in this next story, we're going to do something that is really kind of unique. Our friends over at Whitetail Journey, which is an outdoor television show, and our friends at Brandon Nutt Outdoors, which also has kind of an online hunting presence, we're going to combine their bear hunts. One was in the Upper Peninsula, one was in the Lower Peninsula. They sent us their footage. They were nice enough to share that with us so that we could bring it to you for a couple of great Northern Michigan and Upper Peninsula bear hunts.
It's September 17th, first day of black bear season here in Michigan. I was real fortunate enough to get a tag this year through the DNR transfer program, so we're hunting with a real good friend, Rob Nixon, and hopefully we can put my dart and toxin to use.
Well, Bryce had some nice looking bears coming in for sure. Now it was early in the hunt, and Bryce and his dad Tim knew they could be a little picky. This Baldwin unit has some big bears and lots of bears for sure. It appeared though these two, well, they were going to get a pass tonight.
It's September 19th. We're back at it for the third day of black bear season here in Michigan. Hopefully we can see some more bears. We've been getting a lot of bears coming in, just a little small and not sure, so hopefully a nice one will come in tonight.
Well, this nice bear was working its way in, and after passing bears for a couple of days, Bryce was getting ready, well, to pull the trigger. These bears can slip in and out in seconds and not always give you the shot you're looking for, but Bryce was patient and waited for just the perfect angle.
We just got down from the trees. We're gonna go look at our arrow, and then we can hear Rob and some other people coming, so hopefully we'll be able to find it.
Well, the track job was pretty easy, and Rob Nixon, someone we have hunted with before here on the show, well, he came through for another hunter like he does time after time.
Congratulations. Thanks. That's a good shot. I see blood.
Impact right there. And the blood spraying right there. All over.
Congratulations.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Go get it.
Whoa.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Awesome. Nice bear.
Well, we've had a great 3 days here in Michigan. The first 3 days of the Michigan Bear Season 2017. We got to thank a couple people that really made this come together and happen. First of all, we got to thank somebody that we don't even know who it is. Somebody donated a tag back to the transfer program that the DNR runs, and because of that, Bryce here, my 13-year-old son, got to hunt the Baldwin unit. I told him I've been putting in for this unit longer than he's been alive, and he got an opportunity to hunt it first. So we got to thank that person, whoever it is, and then of course the DNR and in that transfer program. It's a great program that allows kids to come out and have opportunities like this that they just wouldn't, and I can assure you that we both appreciate it very much and are just so thankful for the opportunity to do this. And then our good friend Rob Nixon here, we got a hold of Rob. He squeezed us in kind of on short notice and put us on we've had a great time. All 3 nights we've been watching and filming bears the whole time, and Bryce has been a trooper. He showed a lot of patience. He kind of had some bears in mind that he wanted. And we watched this bear last night, and on the way home, he said, "You know what, Dad? I think I like that bear. If we see that one again, that'd be a good one. When you know, it's the first one to show up tonight." So his first bear hunt, we got to break in the new Darton toxin that we just got from our good friends over there, Ted Harpin at Darton. And what a great shooting crossbow this is. And I'm telling you, she didn't go, I don't know that she went 40 yards. You heard the death moan we got to hear. We knew it was a good shot, and just couldn't be happier. So a great end to just an awesome Michigan bear season.
Well, Brandon's hunt started like many do, by helping refresh the baits. Now, Brandon Nutt, who we have featured here on the show before, had never hunted bear, but boy, was he ready to spend some time in a UP bear stand.
Alrighty, it is our first day up in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, opening day of bear season.
Getting to hunt the Upper Peninsula is such an awesome thing to do. Whether it's whitetail, bear, or grouse, there's just something special about being above the bridge.
Well, I had never been bear hunting once in my life before. I'd only been to the UP one time. I never went to see the bears eat like they do up there. I've never done any of that, but my dad always told me to put them for preference points so we could go, so that's what I did. And I was too busy to do it last year when they all went, so I went this year where they went because they all had great success. And for my first time ever, I'm definitely hooked, and I will be back as soon as the points allow me to.
Like most folks who have not hunted the UP very much, Brandon said the cover and the locations, well, they were just what he was hoping for.
The tall, skinnier pine trees, really thick, really wet, dense forest, and I noticed sometimes when we were going to bait too, it was kind of like a sponge you were walking on. That was really cool. And we're only about, I would say, an hour to an hour and 15 minutes north of the bridge, not far from the Senior area. The stand that I was hunting, before I went out, they sat me down and they showed me a trail cam picture of this bear, and they said, this bear has been coming in religiously around 7:22, 7:23 at night. So if you're in there, he'll probably do the same. So as I went into the stand, there was a lot of anticipation for that, that time coming with high hopes. So it was really thick, and I had one little tunnel to shoot through, so I knew I wouldn't see him coming. And all of a sudden, I looked at my phone. It was about that time, and just as soon as I put my phone away, it was like an eerie feeling. Everything got quiet. The wind stopped. The squirrels, chipmunks, birds, everything. And he didn't make a peep coming in. Just comes in silently right to the bait, and never once looked up or anything.
Well, Brandon made a great shot on this bear and waited for a very good angle. One thing about these thick UP setups is that a bear can often just appear on the bait with little warning.
Just smoked a big bear. I made a good shot on him. I'm comfortable. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. 30 yards with my bow. He just walked right in. It was 7:30, fourth night. We're hunting in the Germfast Curtis area. On the fourth night, I finally did it. First bear I've seen yet.
Well, after calming down a bit, Brandon got a hold of the rest of his crew, which is always one of the highlights of a good hunt. Now it was the track job, and time to get out the skinning knives.
Well, typically what happens is the guides will quarter it and skin it for you, but the guide cut his hand pretty bad, so so they told me if I get one, that was my job. So I ended up skinning it and quartering it. And yeah, everyone was still there. Most of the other hunters were still there, and it's kind of like a celebratory thing every time somebody gets one.
It can be thick, and this kind of terrain is really when you're glad you got 5 or 6 buddies to help you drag your bear.
That is awesome. So cool. Oh my gosh. That's just awesome. Alrighty, here we are with my bear. Like I said, it's my first one ever, the first bear I've actually ever seen. Sit number 4. Went with a bow the first 2 nights, the gun the third night because the wind switched, and back with a bow tonight, but in a totally different stand. Had this bear come in last night around 7:30. He did the same exact thing tonight. 30 yards broadside, made a good shot, went about 70 yards. So, all right, so we're gonna drag him out of the woods, I guess.
Bear hunting here in Michigan has always been an important part of our fall hunting landscape. With the population of bears doing well, it is a good example of how conservation is supposed to work. Using a resource wisely is the heart of conservation, and when done well, it helps maintain our future hunting populations of both hunters and bears. Thanks to all who made these hunts possible and for sharing them with us here in Michigan's Out of Doors. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be showing you some different products that we think you might be interested in as we kind of travel around this great state. The first one this week is a pellet smoker from the Holland area. All right, well, we are here today in Holland, Michigan with Mark Graham. I had heard about these Grilla Grills a little bit, and you guys being so close to home for me, I thought I'd come down here and get a little bit of a history lesson on pellet smokers. But how did you guys get started making grills?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're a family-owned business. I think we're 40 plus years now as a family-owned business. We primarily do automotive and construction type of style equipment. And in about 2007, we decided to look into pellet furnaces to heat your home.
Okay.
So we designed and built those, and in doing so, we heard about these pellet grills, and we have the capabilities here for metal fabrication and welding. So myself and a team, we designed the Grilla, which is the first pellet grill we came out with in 2011. And it seemed to be a really interesting, it's almost a diversification process for our company as well, to try new and different ideas.
Okay.
So once we seen this product and started using it and trying to sell it, we're like, man, these things are really neat and super easy to use.
Yeah, and the pellet smoker, because I don't know a lot about it. So I've done a little bit of smoking, I do some fish and ribs and all that kind of stuff. How do these work?
That is the beauty of the pellet grills and why they're one of the hottest growing sectors in the grilling industry. Because of all these days, everyone's busy and they got stuff to do. Well, they're like an outdoor oven. You simply pour whatever flavor pellets you want, and I can show you that in a little bit. And you can get hickory, mesquite. We carry a competition blend, which actually has oak, hickory, and cherry blended into it. And it's basically wood that they pound into a pellet, and you just pour those in the machine. There's a little auger that feeds the pellets into a burn pot. There's a little system that lights the fire.
Okay.
Now once that's going, the pellets, they're just metered in a little bit by little bit, and there's a little probe inside and a controller that says, hey, I need more or less.
Okay.
So it's basically an outdoor oven. Turn it on, set your temperature, it feeds in the fuel and takes over.
It's pretty user-friendly.
So you can go about your day, do whatever you want. I'll set this one up, put some chicken or fish on there, and take off for 2 or 3 hours. And that's what people are finding probably the most beneficial part of them. Not only the food tastes great, it's fantastic, but you can go mow your yard. You can go to your daughter or son's sporting event and walk away from your grill, which you just can't do that with a gas grill.
And how long have you guys been doing the grills? And what year did you say you started?
2011 was when we first came out with that one.
Okay, so this was the flagship one, and then walk me through, you have 2 other products as well here.
Yeah, the other pellet grill is the Silverback here.
Okay.
This is more the traditional looking one. We wanted to come out of the gate with something different. There's a lot of pellet grills out there, but we wanted to showcase and do something different, which is why that one has a little bit different shape to it. But we also wanted to come out with something that looks like the more traditional smoker, with the smokestack.
Okay.
The Kamado over here is something that we also do, which is, there's other competitors out there, as everybody knows. They use lump coal.
Okay.
It's a fantastic way of cooking. You get 700 plus degrees for searing steaks. Those are fantastic for the people who like to manipulate their fires and play with them, and once you get them dialed in, they're great. But there is charcoal involved, and they take more interaction from the user.
Okay.
I refer to these all the time when people come in. These are the lazy man grill.
Perfect.
You just go outside and you can hit a button and walk away and get good food, man. So that's about as simple as I usually can tell you.
And you guys have a lot of recipes and stuff on your website, I was noticing as well. So, coming from the wild game side of things, is there a wild game tie-in? Many people using it for wild game, other than fish? I'm sure fish is kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, we have a Facebook group where the guys are sharing what they do, and it's fun because we got people from Florida posting pictures of red snappers they're going to throw on their grill that night. We got people in Minnesota that have deer and stuff like that, and even northern Michigan, and then the deer jerky and all this stuff you see these guys make, and that's the fun part, seeing how they're going out there and having their fun hunting and fishing, and then taking it home, putting on their smoker, and going about their days.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you check us out online next time you get a chance. You can do it a few different ways on our website at michiganoutofdoorstv.com or on social media at Michigan Out of Doors TV. We're online every few days letting you know where we are and what we're doing next. Speaking of what's up next, we'll be doing some more deer hunting, of course, now that we're here in the fall in Michigan. We'll also be showing you some fall fishing. I've got a fun walleye trip in store. All kinds of fun stuff headed your way.
Well, that's right, Jenny. There is a lot of stuff coming over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be all over the state of Michigan. We're going to have some more successful bear hunting on next week's show. Our own Gabe Van Worma was recently in the UP for a couple of different hunts. We've got some small game, some fishing, all sorts of good stuff happening right now in the state of Michigan. Get out there and enjoy it. And if we don't see you in the woods or on the water, hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Metalloid Firearms and Sports, developers of environmentally friendly firearm maintenance products for cleaning and protecting your firearms metal, as well as wood and leather components. On the web at metalloidfirearmsproducts.com. By Jay's Sporting Goods, with locations in Clare and Gaylord. Jay's has been serving the Michigan outdoor enthusiast since 1971, with a wide variety of outdoor products. The gear, the knowledge, the tradition of Jay's. On the web at jaysportinggoods.com. By the Michigan Petroleum Association and the National Oil Heat Research Alliance, advocating the advantages of oil heat for home and environment through products like BioHeat Oil, which blends biodegradable materials into a renewable fuel source. Learn more at oilheatamerica.com. Closed captioning provided by Marvo Mineral, makers of Lucky Buck, deer management products including minerals to supplement deer diets year-round to improve health and antler growth.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbow trout in a hidden stream. The white-tailed deer in the tall pine trees. I am a Michigan man.